Last month, I helped an agency owner grow their business by building an AI content system for YouTube. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can build a similar version of that system from scratch, step by step, so that you can follow along and build it for your own business today. With this system, you'll be able to produce more videos for your YouTube channel and make more money. If that sounds like something you guys want to learn how to build, stay tuned and let's get into it. So this is a system we are going to build in just a minute, but first let me show you what we are going to cover. So you're going to learn how to build workflows inside of Airtable. You're going to learn what tables are, what views, records, and automations are inside of the Airtable platform. We're going to cover the YouTube content pipeline, so how you take just an idea and you transform that idea into a fully published piece of content. Then we're also going to cover lead magnets, and at the end, I'm going to talk about possible improvements that you can make to this system. So I got a couple list here of improvements that you can make to this system to make it even better, because this is a simpler version of the system that I made for a client, or else this video would be like 10 hours long, okay? But nonetheless, it's a very cool system that you should follow along and build it for yourself. Okay, let's get started. All right, so to build this system, the platform that we are going to use is called Airtable. If you don't know what Airtable is, it's basically a spreadsheet but on steroids, because it has a lot of functionality. So Airtable lets you create databases that also have automations and interfaces, which let you create really cool automated workflows and applications for your clients or for your business. So if I go here to airtable.com, right there on the main page, you can see like an interface right here. So you got this dashboard, you got all these cool pages. We are not going to build an interface in this video, but you can subscribe to the channel and I'm going to show you how you can, in later videos, I will be showing you how you can build interfaces for your Airtable bases, so that you can also manage your content in this type of view, where it's like an actual app, an actual platform. Okay, so that's the app we're going to use. Airtable is really cool, and you're going to see how it works in a moment. If you don't have an account already, you can sign up with my link in the description, and you will be helping me because it's an affiliate link. Okay, so we're going to use the free plan for Airtable. No need to pay for the paid plan. All of these will work with the free plan, which is really cool. Now, this Airtable base, as I said, is like a spreadsheet. So we're going to have different tables. It's basically like a sheet inside of Google Sheets. So you're going to have two different sheets, but let's call it tables because inside of Airtable, it's called a table. So you're going to have two tables. The first one is our content bank, where we're going to store all of our videos. And then here on the lead magnets, we're going to have a table here called lead magnets, where we're going to store the lead magnets that we use for our content, so that we have everything organized. And also these two tables will be linked together, which is really cool. You're going to see that in a moment. Now, inside of the table content bank, what we're going to have is different rows, like a spreadsheet, as I said, and each row is going to be a piece of content, in this case, a YouTube video. Now, if you think about it, a YouTube video starts from just an idea to a fully published piece of content. So, but there are different stages for that content, and these are the stages that I want to track so that we can see and have in a really organized way, and we can view it in a really organized way, our content. So each piece of content starts as just an idea, and then we select which idea we want to create a video about, and then we start writing the hook, the body, what we're going to talk on that video, etc. So that's the second stage of the piece of content. Then we start recording the video, and then we have to edit the video, create the thumbnail, and then it's ready to post. And then finally, it's a published piece of content. So we have these different stages right here, and we're going to have views that filter the content, so that when we click on each view, we only see the content that we want to see. So we're going to have a view for only the ideas. We're going to have a view for the videos that we are currently scripting. We're going to have a view where we can only see the videos that we are recording, the videos we are editing, the videos that we are creating a thumbnail, the videos that are ready to post, and the videos that we have published. Okay, so we're gonna use that status, that stage field and value to filter out each view, so we only see the content that matters for that view, and we have all the content in an organized way and not just randomly in a table So we're going to have these views to filter out the content and see it in a really cool format. And you're going to see that later in the video. Now, this table, it needs columns. In Airtable, it's called fields. So we're going to have different fields. If I create a table here inside of Figma, I can explain to you better. So right here, we're going to have, you know that these are columns. These are columns right here, and these are different rows. So each row like this inside of our Airtable base is going to be a content piece for YouTube. Each row on Airtable is called a record. So in this case, each record is going to be a content piece. And as I said, this content piece goes from an idea to a fully published piece of content. Now, these green columns here, it's what Airtable calls fields. So instead of columns, these are called fields, where we're going to have the ID field, we're going to have the title field, we're going to have the goal field. So that for each piece of content, we have the title of the content, the goal of the video, the stage of where that content is, the funnel, the style, the publish date, the lead magnet, and we're going to have other fields that will allow us to automatically move each different record from each different view using also automation inside of Airtable. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep. I hope I'm explaining it in a good way, but I guess it's just better to start building this and you will follow along and you will understand in just a moment. So you can see these different arrows because, as I said, each different piece of content will go through each different stage until it hits the publish stage right here. And then we're going to have a view for that publish stage where we can see all the content that we published. So this is how it's going to look like. And you're going to see that in a moment when we start building this out inside of Airtable. Now, let me quickly run you through the rest of it. So inside of the same table, we're going to have 3 more views, a Kanban view, a calendar view, and a gallery view, which will allow us to view each record. Again, each record is a piece of content in our case, but it will allow us to view all of the records in a cool gallery view, in a cool calendar view, and also Kanban style, Trello style view, which is really cool. You're going to see that in a moment. Now for the other table, we're going to have the lead magnets that are connected to the other table using the lead magnet field. So Airtable allows you to build these relational databases where you can have tables that are connected to other tables. So this content bank table will be connected to the lead magnets table so that we know which content used which lead magnet. It's really cool. You're going to see that in just a moment. But yeah, I think that's it. These are the fields for the table lead magnets. And let's start to build this out inside of Airtable. So if you go over to airtable.com and you sign up with your account, this is how it will look. You can now start to build out your databases, your apps, your cool workflows. So let's go and create a new Airtable base, start from scratch, and this is how it looks. Now we can close this out and we can delete these default fields that Airtable creates for us. We can now go here and change our Airtable base name. I'm just going to call it YouTube Content OS, and I'm going to change it to red as well. And here, this is the table that Airtable created for us automatically. It's called table 1. But if you go over here to the Figma board that you can also access on the free resource hub in the description, you can see that, as I said, we have 2 tables, the content bank table and the lead magnets table. So I'm just going to call it this right here, the content bank. And we can also add the lead magnets table as well. So lead magnets. And you can also tell Airtable what should each record be called. So as I said, each record is a row inside of our table. So for this table called lead magnets, each record will be a lead magnet. They don't let me add a custom record name, so I'm just going to say resource. So each record is going to be a resource. This is just like a naming convention here. It doesn't really matter. And here for the content bank, we can say that each record is, yeah, it's a content, which is cool. Okay, save. Now we have a field here that cannot be deleted. This is the primary field of our Airtable base. and we're going to change it to ID so that we can have an ID for each different content, which can be really useful later if you want to build automations using make.com and stuff like that. So we're going to go over here to going to change the field type. So right now the field type is a single line of text. We're going to change it to auto number, and we're going to call it ID. Click save, and it's now an ID. And every time we add a new record, it's going to have a different number. So that's basically an ID. Okay. Each record has its own ID inside of Airtable, but it's also cool to have our specific ID here inside of the actual table. Now, we're gonna now start to add the other fields that we need for this content bank table. So if I go over here to the IDs view, we can see the fields that I came up with for this view. You can delete any of these fields, add more fields if you want, but these are just the fields that I think make sense for this YouTube content system. Okay, so the view that we got here is idea, so let me just change, and then we're gonna have different views like this for each different stage of the content. So let me delete this and go back to where we were. So idea, view right here, and let's now start to add the different fields that we need. So each idea needs a title, right? So we're gonna add a title field. It's gonna be a single line of text, create field. So here I would write, so I came up with an idea and I would write here the title of that YouTube video, just a placeholder so that we can keep track of things. Here we're gonna have a goal, or you can call description, but this is basically this is a long text field where we're gonna write down the goal of the video that we are producing and what the video is about and what we are going to do, etc. Right? It's like a description of that idea. Then we got the stage. So this stage is going to be a really important field. It's going to be a single select field where we're going to have different options. And these options are the ideas, the scripts, the record, etc. And this field, it's the field that we are going to use to filter out for the other views. Okay, you're gonna see that in a moment. So this stage field, what we're gonna write down here is the ideas option, and then we have scripts option, and then the published content. Okay, you can also change the colors for those different options. Create field, and now for each content piece in this content bank table, we're gonna have a stage assigned to that content piece, and then we're gonna have different views that filter that out so we can see where each content is on the stage, like production pipeline, right? So the next field is gonna be the funnel field. You can add this one if you like. I think it makes sense because the videos that you produce for your content can be bottom of the funnel. As I said, I think I said it, but I will explain it again. Bottom of the funnel content is more content related to your offer, to your services, to your product, and you have CTAs, and you can also bottom of the funnel content is also case study videos, testimonial videos, and stuff like that on your YouTube channel. And then you got more full content. You can also search it up. It's a really cool definition that you can give to your content. And then we have top of funnel as well. Well, this should be like this, right? So top of funnel, middle, and then bottom. Top of the funnel is like the content that you want to reach a really broad audience, to get eyeballs, to get views, to get subscribers, all that great stuff, but are not necessarily to get clients, if you know what I mean. Where bofu type of videos are like directly to your ICP, to your ideal customer profile. This video, like you want your ICP to watch, and you are basically expecting a low amount of views because the audience is less than what you would get if you create a tofu video. Okay, so create field. Obviously, you can have this field if you want. Now, style field, it's going to be a similar one. So single select, we can select the style for each content piece that we have. So because your video could be a presentation, it could be a technical video just like this one. It could be a podcast if you want. It could be also a case study. So these are the styles of videos that you can produce. Create field, and now we can select the option for our idea. Next, we got publish date field, which is really important, so that we keep track of the date that we want to publish our videos. So date field, and here we got also other options for these type of fields. I'm just going to keep it as it is, and we're going to, and yeah, that's it. We're going to create field, and now we can select when we want to publish our content. So for example, let me add an idea here. AI content system for Instagram, and then the goal of the video. I'm just going to write that down real quick. And then the stage, it's an idea. We're going to default also this field to idea. So every time we create a record, it's going to default to an idea. So click save. So now every time I create a new record, it's going to automatically be an idea. Let me delete this piece of content. Now, funnel here, I'm just going to say tofu style. It's going to be a technical video. And then I can now say, when do I want to publish this video? Okay. The next field is going to be a lead magnet field. So we're going to add here, going to write it down as lead magnet, and we're going to link to another table. So you can click here, link to another record from the lead magnets table that we created earlier. So lead magnets, and we can now allow linking to multiple records. So which we can allow, because if you think about it, a video can have multiple lead magnets. So we're going to allow linking to multiple records, which basically means that we can skip this. This is basically extra fields that Airtable that you can add. Well, let me actually show you. So if I add a lookup field now, and let me go to lead magnets and actually create a lead magnet. So let me say cool resource. Yeah, we haven't actually built out the fields, but we got a lead magnet here just as an example, and I can now go here to this piece of content on our content bank table, and I can select which lead magnet am I going to use for the video. So I can now select that lead magnet, and it will automatically fill out this field right here from the lead magnets field. And I can now go here also and add more lookup fields. So if I want all the fields from lead magnets table to be here on this table as well, I now have all the, okay, these are repetitive, but I can just delete this field. And now I have the 4 fields that are on the lead magnets table, but they are here on the content bank table as well, because they are lookup fields for this field. So if I remove this one, they all disappear. If I select again, they all appear again, which is cool. It allows you to create cool stuff. Obviously here for the assignee and the status, we don't have anything here, so that's why it doesn't appear. But for now, we don't need that, but we can keep the name for now, and we can delete the other. Now, the next field, it's start writing question mark. So this is an idea I have, so that we can easily check the box and move the content to the script stage. Okay, so right here, if we're gonna have an automation where I can go here to the idea. Okay, this is a cool idea. Let me actually like make a video about it. I go here, I click start writing, and it will automatically move this idea to the scripts stage. I can also go here and like manually just change the idea to a script, but I think that this is a cool field to have to also showcase what it's possible with automations, because we're going to have an automation that checks if I checked this box. So if I check this box, it will run the automation and change the stage of this content piece from an idea to script. So let me now just do this so we can view this data in a better way. We actually don't need this because it shows right here. So let me just delete this. We will figure it out later on the video, and then the start writing field at the end. Let's now continue adding new fields so that we can have these different views for each different stage of the content. So let me create a new idea here. Let me actually say that this content piece it's on the script stage, okay? This content piece is on the script stage, and you can see that this view is only for ideas. Let me just say here, ideas. So we have to filter out the data on this table so that it only shows the ideas for this specific view right here. Go here to filters, add a condition where stage is an idea. Now we only see for this view the content pieces that are just an idea. And we can go ahead and add a new view. It's called script. We have two records because this view right here does not have filters. We also want to filter this out by adding a condition, again stage, but this time instead of an idea, it's a script, so that we only see the content pieces that are on the script stage. Okay, so you can see that it's starting to become something cool, right? So here we have only the ideas, and here we're gonna have only the videos that we want to script. And we can now hide this field. We don't need it anymore. So we can hide for this specific view. If you go here, it's not hidden, but for this view, it's hidden. And now what we are going to do, let me just do this for the ID like this. And now what we're going to do is add the new fields that this script view will have. So the hook, the body, the recording date, the ready for recording fields, we want these fields only to be visible in this view, not in the ideas view, to have this in an organized manner, okay? So now let's start by adding the hook field. So we're gonna say hook, and we're gonna have a long text because you could have a long hook, maybe. So hook field here, where I can write down the hook for the YouTube video. Next, we're gonna have the body. If you want to script out some stuff that you want to say on the video, you can write it down again. Then for the recording date, we can keep track of the dates that we want to record each video, which is also useful to have accountability and do the stuff we got to do on the deadline that we selected. So create field, and I can now select the date that I want to record this video. And then the last field, it's ready for recording, question mark, ready for recording, and we're gonna have a checkbox. Default is not checked, create field, and now we also gonna have an automation here on the automations for these Airtable base that checks if this record, if this checkbox is checked, it will move this record to the next stage. Okay, now we're just gonna repeat this for the rest of the stages. So let's do it. Now, actually, if I go here to the ideas, you can see that the fields that I created on the script view are here as well, because a view is just a view. We are still on the same table, and the table has the fields that we create, right? So here on the ideas view, we now want to hide the fields that we created for the script view. So hide this, and we can hide this as well and hide this field as well. So now the idea is we only see these fields, and for the scripts we now see more fields that are related to this stage of this content piece. Let's now go to the second stage. So let me create a new record on the record stage. So, and right now I don't have a view for the record stage, so we need to create a new view, and we're gonna call it record. And we're gonna again filter it out so we only see the content pieces that are on the record stage. So stage is record, and we now only see what we want. And we can now hide this field, and we can also hide the ready for recording checkbox so that it makes more sense. Yeah, here for this view we're gonna have three more fields: the recording notes, because we are now recording this video, or we want to start recording this video, and we may have some notes. So we're gonna say recording notes, long text type of field. Reference links, we may have, so on the video, you are recording the video, right? And you say, go to the description and check out this blog about XYZ. You now have to actually add that link to the description of the video, right? So this will help you do that, so that when you are recording the video, you finish recording or something like that, and you remember that you actually need to reference a link here. So you add the links here, and it will help you remember that you need to add that to the description of the video. We can make it a URL field here so that it's actually an URL, right? Then here for the recording progress, we're going to use a different type of field. Remember that you can do this as you would like, but I think here that a rating type of field would look cool, because what I basically want to do is when I'm recording a video, right, I may record half of the video today and the rest tomorrow, right? So if today I only record half of the video, I can now go here and just mark as 3. So this is the recording. So this is the progress of the recording. And let me actually change this to 3. I think it makes more sense. For example, imagine that I started recording today and I only recorded the intro. It's now just 1 star. And if you are on the pro plan, I think you can change. Yeah, you can change to other stuff like a flag, and other different stuff. So yeah, imagine I just record an intro today. I go here and I just press 1 star. And tomorrow I record everything and I can go ahead and click 3 stars. And it will change this record, this content piece to the next stage, which is edit. Okay, let's now create that view so that we can keep track of that content as well. So here for the edit view, we got these 3 fields. So let's go ahead and create a new view, call it edit, and we got to filter out because we need to only view the stage that is on the edit actual like stage, right? There are no records, so I just added a new one, and we can go ahead and hide these checkbox fields because we don't need them. I could also hide some of these fields, but yeah, let's keep it as it is at the moment. And recording progress, I can also hide it. Right. So now for this edit view, the new fields we're gonna have is store link. So if you want to keep track of the URL where that video is stored, maybe it's on Dropbox, maybe it's on Google Drive, any other platform that you may use to store the raw clip, the raw video. Then here we got editing notes. Maybe you want to add some notes, maybe for your editor, right? Or for yourself as well. So maybe you want to say like on minute 10, don't forget to add XYZ image or XYZ text. You know what I mean, right? So editing notes here so that we can keep track of that. And then editing progress. So we're going to have the same field as we have for the record view. So it's going to be not a checkbox. It's going to be rating field. And for the editing, we're going to also say just 3. So we're going to edit the video. Maybe today I only edited half of the video, so it's on 2 right now. And then once I finish editing the video, I can go here, check all the stars, and we're going to have an automation that will change this record, this piece of content, to the next stage, which is thumbnail creation. All right, let's do that. So thumbnail creation, again, filter, condition, where stage is thumbnail creation. We got no records. Okay, let's create a new one. It will automatically say that the stage is thumbnail creation. And we're gonna hide this field, we're gonna hide this field, we're gonna hide this field, and we're gonna hide the editing progress field as well, because we basically don't need them, right? And we also don't need the recording date and other fields, but we will probably hide them later in the video. So now for the thumbnail creation, the fields that we want is inspiration, thumbnail notes, store link, and thumbnail file. I will maybe cut now the video so that you just don't see this repetitive progress. So here for the inspiration field, it's just going to be a field where you can add URLs or text that you want to keep track for inspiration that you may have for your next thumbnail. Okay, just a simple field. Thumbnail notes. So inspiration and thumbnail notes, it's kind of the same thing, to be honest. So I'm probably just gonna delete this right here, and we're only gonna have that thumbnail notes field. Now for the store link field, we already have a field called store link on the same table. So we can't have two fields with the same name. So we're going to say storage link. You can say whatever you want, URL, boom, boom. And now we have, because this URL could be, for example, if you create thumbnails on Canva, you can add here the URL for the Canva design so that you can keep track of your thumbnails and just with one click open the thumbnail on the design panel of Canva or whatever you use, if you use something which is in the web and not like in a desktop app, right? So obviously you can not add this field and do whatever you want. Now, thumbnail file, we're going to have a file field here. So it's not called a file field, it's called an attachment field. So create field, here we're going to be able to actually drop the final thumbnail. And we're going to have an automation that checks if we drop the file here, it's going to automatically change the status, the stage of our piece of content to the ready to post stage. Okay, so we're gonna also have an automation for that. And if you do split testing for thumbnails, you can just go ahead and duplicate this field and you can say thumbnail file 2 so that you have the two thumbnails that you are going to use to split test and see which one performs better. Okay, so if file uploaded, we're going to have an automation that changes the record stage to ready to post. So let's now create that view again. Grid, ready. So this will be the content, the videos that are ready to post. Again, we got to filter it out. I'm going to say stage is ready. Create a new record. And we can now hide a lot of the fields, to be honest. There are a bunch of fields that we don't need. And now we got 3 new fields for this view. We got video description. So it's going to be the description of the video, because obviously we need to write down the description of that video, and most of the time each description the description of the videos are different, but if for you it's always the same, it's all good. This is like a spreadsheet where you can have, let me show you. So video description is going to be a long form, long text. So if you got a template, so this is like description template. I think you can add a default value, can you? No. So description template, you can just do this and it will automatically copy the description for the next video. So if the description is always the same. But yeah, anyways, this will be the video description field. And then we got pinned comment. So you may want to add a pinned comment to that video as well. We're going to say a long text as well. And then we're going to have a checkbox for published. So if we publish the content, checkbox, boom, we're going to have an automation that checks. If I check this box, it will automatically change the stage of the content to publish. So let's go ahead and create a new view called publish. Boom, publish. Again, filter out. Stage is publish. Create a new record. We can now start to hide the fields that we don't want to see for this view. Thumbnails and published, we don't need that because obviously it's a published piece of content. And now the new 2 fields that we're going to have is YouTube link, so the actual link for the YouTube video that you just published. Obviously it's a URL field. And then the Beehive post link. So for example, this Beehive is just a email marketing platform that I personally use to send out emails. Maybe you use like ConvertKit. So you're going to say like ConvertKit post link if you send emails to your email subscribers saying that you published a new video. So if you do that, you will have to create a new post. At least on Beehive, it's like that. I create a new post. I can actually show you my Beehive. So this is Beehive, and each post that I do, it's like this. So I got my post here, and I can just copy this link. So Beehive post link is going to be a URL as well. And now I can keep track of which email did I send using Beehive, promoting and sharing the new video that I just did for YouTube. Okay, so that will be the Beehive post link. Obviously, you don't have to add this field if you want. Now the other three views that we're going to have is Kanban, calendar, and gallery view. So we can go ahead and add a Kanban view. We can just call it Kanban. And now the field that we are going to use is the stage. Okay, done. This is uncategorized, which will never happen because each record will automatically be an idea. So you can just collapse this stack. And now we have this Trello style view, this Kanban view of our content, which is really cool. Let me just customize this card because it can look way better. You can also add colors if you are on the theme plan. So customize cards, I can now add the fields that I want to show. So I just toggled on all of the fields so that we can view all of the fields here on the Kanban view. This looks like trash because we don't actually have data on this database. But once we add a couple of examples of videos and ideas, it will look much better here on these views and on the overall database. Now for the next view, we got calendar view. So we're gonna add a calendar view right here, create new view, and we have to select which date field we want to use for this calendar. In this case, we're gonna use the publish date. So this calendar is for the videos that we want to publish, and we basically only have one video that we want to publish. And you can see here that it kind of looks trash because it only shows the ID because the ID is like the main field. But I can go ahead here and toggle on the title so we also see the title, the stage. But yeah, so you can click the record and it will show like this. So this is the calendar view. We can also see here the videos that have no date. Let's do one thing. We're gonna change the ID of the video so that instead of just showing a number, we can actually see the title of the video on the ID itself. Because like this, I don't know which video is the ID 8 referring to, right? Because these are the records that have no dates, and I can just drag it down to the calendar and it would automatically add the date that I selected to that record. But as you can see here, we can only see the IDs because it's the primary field of our table. But one cool thing we can do is add a formula right here. So I'm just, we are learning. We're gonna learn some cool stuff now. So we can have a formula field here that it will add the title right after the ID. So we're gonna have ID and then dash title so that we can see the titles on that calendar view. And it's just a better way to view each content, right? So we're gonna say ID. So this is the formula for this field. We got the ID here, which is in purple, because it means it's it's going to be the value of the field ID. We can preview a result. So we're going to have the ID, and then you're going to have the actual title of the video. Okay, so and this is how you add those things together. So click save, and now this is how it looks, and this is how our ID will be. So what we do now is we move the formula field to our primary field like this. So we're going to change our primary field to the formula field. Change primary field, and now the ID, it's no longer here. It's right here on the side, and it's not a primary field. We can just go ahead and we can actually hide this now. We can hide this because we don't need it. Here on the scripts, we need to hide it? Yeah, we need to hide for every single view now. Let's go to the other views and hide the ID field because we don't need it anymore. But it's still there, okay? We're only hiding it, and the formula is using the value. So that and we can also change this field to be called content ID. So it's now publish. We're gonna hide it as well. Kanban view. We don't need the ID, we can just remove it, and now it's more clean. And we also, yeah, we can add the title there, but actually let's just remove it so that it's more clean. um, yeah, also don't need this one. we don't need we don't need to show the checkboxes. we're gonna I'm just gonna toggle off the checkboxes because it doesn't make sense showing here on the Kanban view. Now here on the calendar, what we have is the IDs. I actually need to add the titles for those views, right? For those videos, right? So I added a title for those records, and now I can see the title of the video and move this record to the calendar because it doesn't have a publishing date assigned to it. So then, boom, it now has a date assigned to it. And I can add more fields here as well. So I can hide this field. It no longer shows here. And I can add all of the other fields if I want to. We can also, if we provide thumbnails, it will show the thumbnail here as well, which is really cool. And yeah, that's it. We now can see when did we publish each piece of content, and also the deadlines for the IDs that we have. So you can keep track of your content calendar right here on this view. Now the next view we're gonna add is the gallery view, but it only makes sense to have that if we actually provide thumbnails for the videos. So, but yeah, this is a cool view anyways, but let's add some thumbnails for the videos that are here on the thumbnail creation stage. And on the other stages, I'm going to add random images here, files, so that we can view those files, and I can show you how it looks like on these views right here. So I just added a thumbnail for the record on the published stage and the two records that are on the ready stage as well. So now if I go to the Kanban view and I go right here, we can see the thumbnails, which looks awesome, to be honest. So we can see the videos right here on the ready to post stage and the video I published. Okay, and we can also click it and view more details about this piece of content. Here on the calendar, we can also view the videos here. So these ones, they don't have a date assigned to it. So let me just do this, do this, and we can now see the thumbnails on the calendar as well. But now if I go to the gallery view, why it doesn't show? Customize cards, choose image field, thumbnail file. Now you can see all the content. So here for the gallery view, you can also filter it out. So you can say the stage of the content that is any of ready and published content. So now you only see the content that has a thumbnail, which looks absolutely awesome. You can also add all the other fields like this so that you have more data for each different video, but that looks like a lot of fields. So let me just remove, and I can actually now select which field makes more sense to have in this view, whatever I want to do, right? So this is how the content bank table works, and later I will add a bunch of fake data or random data so that you can see how it will look like, because right now it looks like kind of trash here because the fields and the data is not populated. If I go here, for example, there is no goal, there is no lead magnet, there is nothing, but I will add those values later so you can see how it looks like in these type of views. But let's now work on the lead magnets table because we need to make it work. So if I go here to the lead magnets table, we're gonna have only one view called lead magnets. I don't know why I have a heart there on the Figma board, but yeah, heart here. So lead magnets, we're gonna have 5 fields: the name of the lead magnet, what this resource will help with. So name right here, instead of notes, I'm going to call it what this resource will help with. I can do it like this. And then the platform, let me just, you can also have an assignee type of field where you can add which users should be assigned to this lead magnet. In this case, it's a lead magnet, it doesn't make sense, but Airtable has a lot of cool fields and you should explore them while you are building this table. Okay, so let's just delete this one. Status, I don't think we'll need it. Yeah, we don't need a status field. Here, it's the content bank field that is related and linked to the content bank table. Okay, so if you remember, we have a field here on this table that connects to the lead magnet table. So here on the lead magnets table, it will also create a new field that is linked with the content bank table, if that makes sense. Okay, we can hide it or we can keep it, but for me it's cool. It basically means that this resource right here, this lead magnet, has one video. I talked about this lead magnet in one video. Okay, now we're gonna have platform. So platform right here, we're gonna have a single select platform. This is the platform where you host your lead magnet. So you can say Notion, you can say Figma, Gumroad, and that's good for now. So create field, we're gonna do this. The content bank field will be the last one. And then we have the resource, so the actual resource link. So in my case, I would add here the link for my free resource hub. You can check it out on the link in the description. So I would add the URL for the specific lead magnet, which is inside of my free resource hub. Okay. And then here on the opt-in page URL, in my case, would be the tally form submission. So if you go to the description and you open the form for that you need to fill out to get access to my free resources, that form is made on Tally, which is a really cool form builder. Yeah, so opt-in page URL, it would be the Tally form, but you could have different opt-in pages for different lead magnets, which will also increase conversion rate. Because, for example, if you talk on a video about a lead magnet about growing your audience on LinkedIn, the people would click on the lead magnet on the description. It would open up, instead of my Tally form, it would open up a form that is specific to that lead magnet, and that increases conversion rate because obviously the people clicked to get their lead magnet, not to get like a free resource hub like I do. But for now, that's working for me. It doesn't matter. So for me, I would add here the Tally form. But if, for example, you are using ConvertKit, you would add here the link for the ConvertKit opt-in page. Okay, so that's actually it for here, the lead magnets page. So this is my free resource hub. You can access it in the link in the description. And these are the 4 lead magnets that I currently have, which are YouTube resources that when I do these videos, I have the Figma boards. I have all the templates available for free here on the free resource hub. So those are my lead magnets. So I can open this up, and this would be the URL right here for the resource. The opt-in page again would be the Tally. So let me just select Tally. Get access to my so I go here, click link to share, and I can add it right here on the opt-in page. Platform, what this resource will help with. So let me just copy this, the name, the description of this lead magnet, and so we now have the lead magnet right here. The platform should be Notion because I'm storing the lead magnet on Notion, right? And here on the content bank, let me now add a bunch of data so that we can view how it looks like in the end when you start to add a bunch of new videos, a bunch of ideas here for the table. All right, guys, so I just added a bunch of ideas here and a bunch of data to this Airtable base. So we can now view how it will look like in the end. So here for the ideas, I got 6 ideas. They don't have a published date because it's just an idea. I have to see if they are good videos to make or not. And then once I want to start scripting and start writing down what this video is about, how I'm going to record this video, I can go ahead and click on this checkbox. But we don't have an automation that changes the stage of this content piece to the next stage, okay, when we check this box. So we have to build that automation here on the automations tab. But before we do that, let me continue showing the other views. Scripts, this is the video that I'm currently scripting. Just an example, of course. Here, this is the video I'm currently recording. I'm in the middle of recording this video. I haven't finished. I haven't recorded the final part of the video. Right here, I'm editing this video as well. Sorry, I'm editing this video as well. I just started editing it. I got some notes here, etc. Here for the thumbnail creation, I have to create a thumbnail for this video. Here, these are two videos that are ready to post. I haven't published them yet. And here are the videos that I have published. Then we have the Kanban view, the calendar view, and the gallery view. Here on the Kanban view, this is how it looks like. I toggled on these fields so that we can view them on the view. Here for the ideas, again, we got all of my ideas. The scripts, this is the video that I'm currently scripting. The video that I'm recording, editing, again, it's the same record, of course, just a different view of the data. And here, these are the two ready to post videos. And once I publish them, I can just drag it to the publish section. And there are now two videos that I published. I can do that to this one as well. Here on the calendar, I can see that tomorrow I need to publish this video. I need to publish this video as well next month. This is my content calendar. And right here, we got the records that don't have a date assigned to it so that I can manage and move around here the records so that I can give a published date to them. And here on a gallery, these are the published videos. So I filtered it to publish to the videos that are on the published stage. So you can change this view to like gallery and then published content, or you can just say published content. And here I can say like content calendar, and here Kanban is good. So published content, it's right here. I have published these three videos. I can click, read more about it, etc. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new view before we build the automations. We're going to create a new view and we're going to say all content, because I had this idea where we can just have all the content right here grouped. So it will look like this, which is really cool. So you got ideas right here, scripts, record, edit, thumbnail, creation, publish, and you can see everything in a table format, okay? You can also increase the height of the record. So if I say medium, we now can see more, tall and extra tall. So let's put it at medium. I think it looks better. And now what we need to do, I actually have a new idea, which is when we are creating the title of the video, we need to make sure that the video is below 55 characters for YouTube, because if it's above 55 characters, the title will cut out on the video, okay? So we need to make sure that the title is below 55 characters, and instead of using a website that counts the number of characters, we can add that we can create a field that counts for us the number of characters, which is really cool. So we're going to say char counter, so title character counter. It's a formula field, and we're going to use the len function, which is going to return the length of a string. And the string, it's the title. So we open curly braces, we type title, it's this field, we create field, and now it calculates the character count for the title, which is really important. You can see that all of these titles are not below 55 characters, which means that I have to rewrite them to make sure it's below 55 characters. So for example, here I would delete this. Now I made the title shorter and it's indeed at 55 characters, which is good to be published. So yeah, new field that I added here. And now for the other views, is that field, yeah, that field is hidden. So you want to make sure that you toggle on the field so that you can view on the other views, and we can add it here right on the side to the title field. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste your time showing you that. You can do that by yourself, and you can make these views look as you want. So let's now build the automations that will automatically move each record to the next stage. Okay, so we got all these stages, and we can manually go here, click, do double click, and then change this record to the next view. Or we can simply check this box right here, and it will automatically move the record to the next view. But to do that, we need to build an automation here for this Airtable base. And that's what we are going to do right now. We need to build automations for this field right here, for the scripts. Right here on the script view, we got the ready for recording field checkbox. Here for the record, we got how is this called, the rating field. So every time the rating goes to the maximum number, which is 3, it means that we finished recording this video. So it should automatically change the video to the next stage, which is editing. Here the same thing, every time it goes to the 3 stars, it will move this record to the next stage, which is thumbnail creation. Here for the thumbnail creation, every time we upload the thumbnails, it will move the video to the next stage, which is ready to post. And then here, once we click the checkbox that says published, it means that we published the content, so it will automatically move the record to the next stage and the final stage, which is publish. Okay, let's now start with the first automation, which is start writing question mark checkbox. So we're gonna go here, and now we need to select what action will trigger this automation. In our case is when a record matches a condition, because so we're gonna select the content bank table, and the condition is when, where is the checkbox? So when start writing is checked, it means that we need to move the record to the next stage. Okay, so the condition is when start writing is checked, we go to the next action on this automation, the next step. So let's add a new action here, and it's going to be update a record. We are now going to update the record that we just checked the box, and we're going to move the stage to the next one, which is script. So content bank, the record ID. Now we need to, now for this action to know which record to update, we need to provide the ID of their record. So we want to use the ID that we got from the first step. So we go plus. So here we select the Airtable record ID. So now it's going to update the correct record because we are giving it the ID of the record that just matched this condition right here. Okay, so it's going to update the correct record, and now we need to actually update it, right? So what we are going to update is the stage. So here for the fields, we're going to update the field stage to the next stage, which is script. Okay, we can generate a preview, so run tests a record here just to test it out. Okay, the automation has no bugs. Okay, all good. We can now turn this on, and everything should be good to go here for the first automation. So here on the ideas, for example, this video, I think it's awesome. Let's now start writing about it, start writing the hook, etc. I can go ahead and check this box, and it will now move this record to the next view, which is the script view, because it automatically changed this stage to the script stage. Okay. The next step is to build the automation for this field right here. So we're just going to duplicate. We can actually rename this. So we're going to say idea to script. Okay, and now we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to say script to record. And here instead of start writing, it's going to be ready for recording. So when ready for recording is checked, we're going to update and we're going to say record. We can turn this on, go back data, and let's test with this record. I'm going to say ready for recording, and it should now move to the next view. It did. Awesome. Now it's on the record view right here, and the next automation is for this rating field. So automations, duplicate this. I'm gonna say record to edit, and here it's gonna be the recording progress. It's maximum, so you can select which one to choose. We want to trigger this automation when the progress of our recording is the maximum, because it means that we finished recording the video, right? So, and it's gonna now update the record to the next stage, which is edit. Turn this on, go back to data. We can now select the 3 stars. It means that the recording is over, and it will move this record to the next view, or it should be doing that. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, it did. Sometimes Airtable is a little bit slow, but it shouldn't be most of the time. So next automation is for the editing progress. The same thing, we're just going to duplicate this, rename it. Thumbnail creation, when record matches, ready for recording, no. Editing progress, it's maximum, update, edit, thumbnail creation, turn it on, data. Go here, check the 3 stars, and it should now go to this view right here. Here we go. Now the automation we want to build is when we upload the thumbnails, it will move the record to the next view. Well, because we have 2 thumbnail file fields, because we may want to split test different thumbnails, maybe the automation shouldn't be triggered if we upload 1 file, but it also shouldn't be always only triggered if we upload 2 files. You know what I'm saying? So instead of triggering the automation if we upload the file in either of the fields or in the 2 fields, we're going to have a checkbox as well. So is it ready to post? We can check the box and it will run the automation. So we need to create that automation. Go here, duplicate, thumbnail creation to ready to post. When ready to post is checked, update to ready, update the field stage to ready, turn that on, and we should now be able to check this box, and it will move the record to the ready to post view. Here it is, and now we need to build the automation for this field. Again, duplicate this. So we're gonna say published actually. So published is checked. We're gonna change the stage to publish. Turn on data. We now go here, click publish, and it's now on this view because it automatically changed the stage to publish. All right, guys, so this is the Airtable base that we just built. We got the content bank table with all of these cool views right here. We got the lead magnets table as well with our lead magnets and the content that is connected to each lead magnet. All the URLs here, everything is stored in this base for easy organization, easy management of the content, etc. We also got automations here that help us manage this content here inside of the Airtable base. And the next step would be to start building some cool interfaces that will make these workflows become even easier to read and to take action on. Okay, and you can also share those interfaces with your team members and all that. I will be making videos about this in the future, so make sure to subscribe for that if you want to see how it works. But this is it. Let me now talk about a little bit about possible improvements that you can make to this Airtable base, because there are a lot, to be honest. So the first one is that you could have an AI that helps you generate content ideas, because this system right here uses zero AI, and you know the power of AI, and especially for content creation, AI is really powerful. And the first step would be for content ideation. So you could have an AI that inside of this Airtable base, you could have a button that triggers a scenario on make.com or any automation platform that then uses AI to generate new content ideas, and it would add those ideas to your Airtable base. Or you could create an external form that you could fill out on your phone to automatically add that idea to your personal to this Airtable base, which is also a new idea that I just came up with. You can check out the video that I did about building an AI agent that generates content ideas. You would just need to change the system to be able to implement the generation of new ideas to the Airtable base. Because on the video, I built an AI agent, not an actual like automation that you can plug and play here on the Airtable base. But you could make a little adjustment there and implement an AI that generates content ideas here for the Airtable base. You could also build an AI repurposing feature that takes the YouTube video and generates posts for LinkedIn, Twitter, email, all that great stuff. You can check out my video where I built an automation that takes the YouTube video, generates 10 tweets, I think, or it's 5 tweets, and then generates Instagram reels and embeds those tweets on the reel. So on a raw clip, generating a reel. Really cool. You can check out that video for content repurposing. You could also have an AI to help you script out the video. So inside here of Airtable, you would have a make.com automation that helps you script out the video. You could have a task manager for managing content related tasks, and you could also have a make.com scenario that generates video titles, descriptions, and timestamps for your videos, and that could also perform actions like sharing the new video with your email list. So what you could do is have an automation that automatically shares the new video with your email subscribers every time you publish a new video, right? And that's really cool. I will be building that automation in a future video that generates video titles, descriptions, timestamps, and also shares my videos with my email subscribers. So if you want to check that video out, subscribe, and I will be making it in the future. All right, so this is the simpler version of the system that I built for one of my clients. I couldn't add all the features that I did for the client's project because this video would be like 10 hours long. But if you would like me to build out for you an AI content generation and management system with repurposing of content, with AI content ideation, all of those cool features for any social media platform, you can book a call down below in the link in the description. But that's it, guys. You can access all my free resources as well on the description. There is a link there. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys were able to follow along and build this for yourselves. And I hope you were able to understand how Airtable works and the power of Airtable and automation. So yeah, guys, I see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.